See which one come up. I think I was on 2. I might be on YSO Nashville 2. Hey, you be watching our lives?
Which one?
Do you get our videos?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. We really one thing we want to put like one up. We's a little short this week. You got both our channels?
Yeah.
Shit, we about to go to Rumble. Did it come up?
Yeah, so.
Which one we on? Sorry?
Tennessee.
The regular one? Main one? I think people be blowing their horn just to blow their shit. Like they have no purpose. No purpose, none whatsoever. They just blow it just to do it. We got volume. We're gonna let the spirit roll. With the spirit roll, we're gonna start off. Catch something, don't let us know. Roll on in. Teach well, preach salutation to all you occupant the four corners of the earth. Preach teach Yahushua in the gospel. We are YSO, Yahushua sanctified ones, coming to you today with a quick live video. Well, it can be quick, it might be 3 hours. I don't know. We're gonna let the spirit roll. We're gonna see what pops. Right? We're gonna shake the tree, and we're gonna see what demons we can get to break loose. Yeah. That time. All right, let's go to Job.
This is Job 14:1. Man that is born of a woman is of a few days and full of trouble. He cometh forth like a flower and is cut down. He fleeth also.
That means your time on this life is very short. The time in this world. Read that again. Man days of what?
Man that is born of of a woman,
Man that is born of a woman is a few days
and full of trouble.
and full of trouble. And a man that's born of a woman that's a few days and full of trouble is all men, but chiefly so the Israelites. Chiefly so our people, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, chiefly. Because why you're full of trouble? Why it's always shit? It's always something going on, always something going down. It's always some drama, always some shit popping. Right? Hey, like these bitches say, oh shit, I love drama. I love when some shit going down. Why? 'Cause there's always some shit. So you always full of trouble. That's why your days is always short. Cause you always got some shit going on. Can't never stay out of shit. Can't keep your ass out of somebody else's business. Right? Starting to rip and the beef with somebody. Oh shit, hell, who else that sound like? Esau Edom. Right? Who else that sound like? Esau Edom. Always up in somebody else's land. Always up in somebody else's business, man. Always trying to tell another country what they should or shouldn't do with their wealth. Where they should and shouldn't put their money. Where they should and shouldn't do with their way of living.
He cometh forth like a flower and is cut down. He fleeth also as
Right,
a
you
shadow.
got your time when you're a seed and then you blossom. Right? And in the world, you probably blossom, maybe you get rich. You know what I mean? You come to a full bloom, right? You got a lot of wealth, you got a lot of things, you got a lot of expensive cars, right? You might be Floyd Mayweather, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. So you done blossomed in your life. Go ahead.
They continue it not.
Go back a little bit. Yeah.
He fleeth also as a shadow and continueth not.
No, go up to the flower.
He cometh forth like a flower and is cut down.
And then you cut down. Your days are short, right? So your lifespan is like the flower. It grows, it's a seed, it grows, it blossoms, it flourishes, and it gets cut down. It is over, right? And that's just for the whole existence, as well as Esau Edom, right? Your blossom time was in the early 60s, the 50s, the 30s, the 20s, the 40s, right? It has come to a blossom. You was at your height of your pinnacle in the 50s, 60s, the 70s. Now it's starting to fall. It's being cut off and cut down. Your system is cut off. Your economy is cut down. Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 14, verse 4.
Oh yeah, that's what we got.
Who can
Wait.
Oh,
we got.
that's all. Oh,
That's what we
snap.
got. Yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. Go ahead. No, we getting there. We getting there. That's why I got you home.
doest thou open thine eyes upon such an one, and bringest me into judgment? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean?
That's
Not
right.
one.
Hey, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing? If you got a filth, like one is give me that adjustment for destruction. If you was made, there's certain things that's made to be clean. Like there's certain animals on the earth, right? The pig, let's just because we know it's the vulture, the pig. Those are just unclean animals, right? What makes a vulture unclean? It's a scavenger, but it does what? What does it do? It eats its own, right? It eats other carcasses, right? It eats other animals. So it makes it unclean. What does a pig do? A pig cleans up the earth. It cleans up all the shit along the earth. If we had a dead carcass out here right now, and we needed to clean it up, you get a pack of pigs, they'll clean it up. They eat all the unclean things of the earth, right? Go ahead.
Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee.
That's right. So your days is determined, and that's Esau Edom. That's his kingdom. That's the so-called white man's kingdom. Your days on this earth is determined. Your days are numbered. Every man on this earth days are numbered. Everyone. So if also Rome had days were numbered, ancient Rome, ancient Greek days had a number, ancient Egypt had a number, the ancient Greeks had a number. So the days of his youth, the days of his reign had a number to it. So why would this empire of America not have a number when it's going to end? If every other civilization, every other empire ended, every empire you think of in this world, the Turks empire ended, right? The Byzantine empire ended, right? Who took over the Byzantine empire? It was the Ottoman Turks. Okay, Istanbul. Okay, Istanbul used to be what? One of you brothers know? What was Istanbul? What did it used to be? Come on, one of you brothers know this. What was Istanbul? It was a part of the Byzantine empire. Hey, I'll help them out. Istanbul used to be what? Istanbul, Turkey. It is the Ottoman Turks that came and took over Constantinople. Okay? And who ran Constantinople? Constantine. Constantine was what? He was an Israelite. He was a so-called black man. Okay, that was when, because you go back to Rome, you had the Holy Roman Church, and you had the Roman Empire. Okay, you had the pagan Roman Empire. The pagan Roman Empire was Esau, Edom, was the so-called white people. The Holy Roman Empire was in rulership with so-called black men. They were Jakes, Constantine, and Constantinople was taken down by the Ottoman Turks, which is also Edomites, but they're Muslim Edomites. Okay? So your days is numbered. So we go back down through the captivities. We start with Egypt, then we go down to the Greeks. We go from the Greeks, we go to the Persians. Persians and the Medes. We go from Slocky, I got that backwards. We go from the Persian and Medes? Yeah, it's the Persian and Medes, then the Greeks. Because the Greeks took over the Persians. And then it's then from the Greeks go down to the Rome. Okay, and now you got Rome all over again. But every kingdom on this earth, days were numbered. Every empire had a beginning. It also had an end. Let's get that one.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long
So
suffering?
the Lord make his power known through his wrath. The Lord does not make his power known through his love. The Lord does not make his power known through peace on the earth. The Lord make his power known through the wrath that he put upon the earth, through the murders, through the killing, through the death, through the mayhem, through the destruction that come upon the people. That's how you know that the Lord is real. You don't know he's real because you got $1 million. You know he's real that because you had $1 million yesterday and today and tomorrow your ass is broke. Okay? Yesterday you had a big ass mansion and tomorrow you living on the streets. That's how you know the Lord is real. You don't know the Lord is real. I'll give you that. They think gain is godliness. You don't know the Lord is real because you gained a fortune, because you got money. You know the Lord is real because he's putting your ass to death, because he's putting you in a low state. He's putting you in a beggar state. He gave you cancer that you never knew. You was all in your life doing everything you want to do in life, and all of a sudden you go to the doctors because you ain't feeling right, or you got some kind of weird lesion on your body, and you go to the doctor, they say you got stage 4 cancer. You're about to fucking die. Now you know the Lord is weird. Now you know he's real. Now you're calling on the Lord, because you don't give a fuck about the Lord until you're about to die, until you become put in a dire straits. And what does a strait go back to? A difficult position, right? It's when you get put in the worst position, when you get put in slavery, and you be put into a land that's you being a slave under another nation. Now you know the Lord is real. Because see, while we got the millions and we doing good and we feeling good, the Lord, who gives a fuck? Because we got it all. We don't need you. We ain't worried about you. What did Boosie say? Shoot, shoot, Lord. Shoot, shoot. Right? We don't really give a shit when we got a fucking Bentley. We don't give a shit when we got millions and billions of dollars. But we give a shit when we down in the dumps in the gutter and dirt work, busted and disgusted. That's when we give a shit. When we ain't got nobody else with us. When we on our own. When we living on the streets. Right? That's when we start giving the shit. That's when the Lord's power is shown. Because it takes men, he'll do what? He'll flip you. He'll make you be humble. He'll humble you. So you know the Lord through your humble. Okay? Oh yeah, go ahead.
First Timothy chapter 6, verse 5.
Hey, because really, Salakia, but when you think about it, when you think about Job, Job understood the Lord better when the Lord put him through hell. Right? The hell that Job went through, why? What did it make Job do? He hollered more and more to the Lord. Hey, and we went over that scripture about King David. Right? What was that? What was that scripture? I didn't have it. Psalms 51. Psalms 51. Somebody give me that. Somebody give me Psalm 51 while we there. Yeah, go get Psalm 51. Let's read. Because King David understood Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai to another level after he brought him low. After he put him through the worst shit he had to go through, then he understood better. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 51 and 1. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, according to thy loving kindness. According unto the multitude of thy tender mercy, blot out my transgression. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgression, and my sin is ever before me. Against thee only have I sinned and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive.
That's right, because we born in this shit, man. We born in this hell, okay?
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow.
Be whiter than snow.
Whiter
it's
than
pure.
snow.
And that's why the so-called white man call himself white. Because because white is what? It's purity. It's being pure. Okay? To be cleansed. But there's nothing here on this earth that's pure. There's not a human that's walking on this earth that's pure. Because even the men, the hopeful elect men, our righteousness is as filthy rags. So if the helpful elect righteousness is as a filthy rag, then how much more worse is the earth, is the people of this earth. Okay? So there's no purity here. There's nobody pure. Go ahead.
Make me to hear joy and gladness.
There is no such thing as white. And white does not mean the color of your skin. It means it's a characteristic. It's what do you call it? It's the pureness, right? It's what makes you who you are. It's your essence. It's your essence. It's the thing that's in you. Like wickedness, it's deceit, it's filth. But to be pure, to be white, is to be beautiful, is to be pure, is to shine, is to glow. Okay? Go ahead.
Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities. Create in me a clean mind, O power, and renew a right spirit. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. Deliver me from the blood guiltiness, O Lord, thou.
Let's go. What verse? You got missing? I'm at verse 14. No. How many more verses are there?
It only goes to 19.
All right, go ahead.
Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O Lord, thou.
Hey, yeah, because why did he ask that? Because King David had what? He had blood on his hand, man. He had major blood on his hand. Not only did King David have major blood on his hand, because one, he was killing the Edomites off like crazy, but he was killing off the Philistines. He was killing off all the nations, man. He was putting the work on the Philistines, man. Okay, which was so-called Hamites. He was putting the work in, but he also was putting the work in on Esau Edom. Okay, he was putting the work down, and then not only that, he put a work on his own people. He was killing off his own people. He took Uriah, and what he do to Uriah? He murdered him for his woman. So King David had blood on his hand, man. He had that filthy blood, right? He had that wicked blood on his hands. Go ahead. So he had to be purged, man. It had to be burned out of him, man. You know, so that's why when you go back to purge something, the way you purge metals is to burn it, right? Because fire purges, it purifies, and it burns all the impurities out, right? Fire takes out impurities out of metals, okay? So these precious metals here on this earth as people, the fire that the Lord is going to bring down upon this earth is going to purify, it's going to purge the earth. It's going to purge America from all the wicked, the foul blood that has been shed upon this earth. That's what fire is for. It's to purify, to take out the impurities, the part of the part of the body that's wicked. Go ahead.
And my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall shew forth thy praise.
My mouth shall show forth our praise, man. That's what we doing now. We lifting up our voices to show forth our praise unto our power Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Go ahead.
But thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not.
You know, the Lord doesn't desire sacrifice from Israel, from Yasha. Go ahead.
Not in burnt offering.
Yeah.
The sacrifices of
that's
the
over with, because that was Yahushua. Right? Yahushua was that ultimate sacrifice. He sacrificed himself for all his people. Go ahead.
The sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite mind.
That's it. So that's the point, right? Like King David was crying. Now that's the point to Job. That's the point to King David, right? That's the point to be broken, to a contrite spirit, a heart when your heart you're loud, your spirit is down, you're out. Okay, that's when you know the Lord is there. That's when you first start feeling. That's when you first start feeling the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It's when you at your lowest. When you ain't got nobody else there. When you down by yourself and you down and out, and you done all the wickedness that you can't do. That's why the Lord said in Ephesians the 6th chapter. Give me that. Ephesians 6 and like 11 and 12. When you do us all, stand. You just stand. What did King David do? He broke down when his son was dying. And he just stood. Because he was done. He was broken. The Lord has broke his pride. And that's why the Lord said, hey, what did the Lord tell Edom? Get down in the dust. Oh daughter of Edom. Get down in the dust. Get in the dirt. Cry, beg, and grovel. He's going to take the spirit away from Esau, Edom. He's going to pull that prideful spirit from the so-called white man. He's going to teach him that he's red and pink. That you are not the color of purity. You're not pure. You're wicked. You do wicked shit upon the earth. But you got to be broken down. He's going to pull you out of your high place. And he's going to take you down. And your pride is going to fall. And you're going to beg and grovel on the ground to the Lord for repentance. You're going to beg for your forgiveness for the sins of your forefathers. Go ahead. Give me that. Ephesians 6 and 9. 9? Go ahead.
It's Ephesians 6 and 9. And ye masters do the same thing unto them forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respectful person with him. Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand.
Right there. Hey, put on the power of the Most High. Okay? Put on the power. Put on the power of the Most High. How do you put on that power? You grab the Bible, you open it up, and you start reading. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. You start getting understanding. You get into the Apocrypha. You start listening to the Apostle Elder's Great Millstone. You start learning and you start to get that understanding. But you stand. So when everything is left, when everything is gone, nothing else is there, nowhere else to turn, what do? You stand. You stand. Hey, somebody give me that with when King David's son was dying. And he sat in the room. He sat in there. Yeah, when he was dying. Yeah, he was dying. He wasn't sure when he was, when he was dying. Somebody give me that. Well, you stay where you at. And you find that out. Find out. Well, King David. I know you know where it's at. I know you know. It's you got it. Go ahead. If you got it. You got it right now. Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
Finally, my brothers.
Hey, put the bags over there, both of them.
Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Right, be strong in the Lord and in the power of the Lord's might. Not the power of your might, not the power of our might, but this is the power of Yahweh Shai's might. So we stand in the power of Yahweh, and Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem, Rekah Kudash. We stand in the might of the Lord. When we call upon the Lord's name, we stand on him. We out here because it's the power of the Lord. It's why we here. We wake up every day. It's because of the power of the Lord. We do our lively biddings day by day because of the power of the Lord. We leave here, we make it home because it's the power of the Lord. Everything we do is because of the power of the Lord. Go ahead.
Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High.
Put on the armor, and this is the armor of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, these scriptures. The knowledge and understanding of the Bible. The real knowledge, the true understanding. Not Christianity. Not love and peace. Because that's not in the scriptures. The scriptures is full of lamentations and woes. It's full of death and destruction. Go ahead.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the
That
devil.
you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the wiles of Satan, the evil one, the things that be put on you in this life, the things you got to go through living on this life when you an Israelite. And really, hell, really right now, the whole world has to deal with the wiles of the devil because Satan has been able to run loose. Pursuing to Job 9 and 24, that's the most milky scripture anybody can remember. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? Somebody just give me before I put you. What do you want? Where you at? Just jump. Go ahead. He already got a couple scriptures to jump to. Jump to Job. No. You jump to. Get you back. Get your sword.
This is Job 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He
He covers the faces of the judges thereof. Come on.
He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is?
Right, so if not, then where and who is he? Who covered the faces of the judges of the Lord? Who turned the Lord from a so-called black man to a so-called white man with a little bitty micro penis and pointing his finger at who's it, Adam? Like who changed the likeness of the living power? Who changed because the scriptures say the Lord was dark as bronze. He was dark as a penny. He was dark. He was black. What you would call black, what you would call dark skinned. So who changed it? He had woolly hair. He had hair of wool, eyes red as fire. Who changed the likeness of the living power? The wicked, who was given the earth. Okay? A little bit more.
Now my days are swifter than a post. They flee away. They see no good.
That's right. Hey, that go back to the scripture we was just reading. We was reading Job 9 and Job 14 and 3. It was at verse 3. It's either verse 2 or 3. Where it's talking about your days are numbered. Hey, it's swift. 14 and 5. It's swift. Your days are swift. Okay? So this here is a quick breath to live on this life. Like we would just listen to the Maccabees and who is that? What's the father's name? Matthias. Hey, Matthias lived to be 140 years old. Okay? And he was probably 100 years old putting people to death. You know what I mean? Out there rocking and popping. But here, when you get in your 40s and 50s, you start breaking down. Your body you going through all kind of, it was rocking, man. He was out there putting people to death, you know, well into his 80s. You know? But you can barely walk, barely talk. You might get your ass on up the street. But when we was in our youth, Matthias at that time, at 80, he was, hey man, putting the work in. You know? Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 2. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke and a little spark in the moving of our heart, of our mind. So it's as smoke. You ever see a fire smoke, it just disappears after a minute. And that's our life. It's short as fuck, man. But if there's a fire, and the fire when it gets put out, it turns into white smoke. And after a minute, you don't see the smoke anymore because it's gone. And it's going to our spirit. So our breath of our nostrils is quick. It's quick, man. And no one remembers you like you was never here before. Which being extinguished, our bodies shall return to ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air.
That's it, man. So you don't be long here, man. You're not in this life very long. Oh, wait, we always bring it out. Hey, Kobe Bryant, right? I mean, you know, there's been people who's died at a quicker time. You know, my sisters died at 13 and 14. You know, that was a quick life, but they was nobody to this world. So somebody that you can think of that died at an early age, what you would call before his time, somebody as a Kobe Bryant, died at 40, 41 years old. Hey, that's a short fucking life. That's a short life. So we don't get long here. Even when you think people, oh, they're 80, 90 years old, they live, nah, man, 100 years old, that's not long. Because man once used to live 99 years. Man once lived almost 1,000 fucking years.
And now, like, you know, days feel like hours.
Yeah, days, a day, man.
It goes
Yeah,
fast.
24 hours is like 12 hours now, man.
You don't
It's like time to be cut in half.
you know, like if you get up at like 9 o'clock, you think they're like this and then over.
You might as well say it is, bro. Because by the time you look back around, it's gonna be 1:30.
Yeah, that's why I hate getting up at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, because you feel like your day gone. You got to get up now at 6 a.m. in the morning to make your day feel like it's some kind of a day.
It'd be like you look up 9 o'clock, like damn, it feel like 2 o'clock.
Yeah. And then by the time you hit 2, hell, it's 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon. In the evening. By the time you look up, it's like, damn.
7 o'clock, kids done.
Yeah, it's
You
over.
only wake up to sleep. Shit.
Right. So, hey, so time is short. So the time is moving faster. Time is short. People's lifespans are short. Right? People dying at a hell. But look, how many of these young athletes falling out dying? Just falling out, dropping to the ground now. Time is short, man. People's lives are short. Even if you live 40, 50, 60, 80, that's still a short time to live. That's not a real life. Because really, if you live to be 80 years old, the best part of your life, you probably had a good 45, 50 years of good living, if that. The majority of it, you was growing up, right? Because from a baby, from month 1, okay, all the way to about 25, you really come trying to build your life.
Then you sleep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
8
you miss it.
hours.
Yeah, so you really
You work another 8.
right.
Yeah.
So you build up to that time. So you really don't. Your life ain't starting till you're in your mid to late 20s.
Then you work majority of them 20s.
That's it.
So you probably will get a good 40 years on
Yeah, if you get a good 30 years.
If you don't die before then.
That's right. To enjoy the hard work. And some people work so hard they don't ever get to enjoy it. They pass it down to their kids. Right? So here you did all the work and you dead at 65, but you gotta pass it down to your kids to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, because in this one, like I said, you work till 60. A lot of motherfuckers now, you see, still working at 6 years old.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
60 years old, working at restaurants and shit, washing dishes and shit.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, you don't really get nothing out of it.
That's right. That's
You
right.
don't get shit.
No, yeah, that's right. That's right. Where we at? Go ahead.
St. Matthew 24 verse 22.
That was perfect.
And expect
Hey, we appreciate that. Thank you. Go ahead.
This is St. Matthew 24 verse 22.
Hey, no, man, you're right. Because they had their music going, they was singing. And then when they got here, they stopped.
This is Matthew 24
See, hey, we could be gentlemen.
Yeah,
We're not all straight assholes.
yeah, we not wearing bucks of dickheads 24/7.
You know?
what I'm saying?
That was, you know, hey, that was out of
We not
respect.
wearing
Huh?
This is St. Matthew 24 verse 22. And expect those days to be shortened. There should no flesh be saved.
Hey, unless those days should be shortened. And that's true. See, so the Lord had to shorten the
He
days.
looks like your daddy.
The Lord, He had to shorten the time on this earth of people's life. Because if not, then the wicked, it wouldn't be no flesh saved here on this earth. It would be nobody here to save if the Lord didn't shorten the time. Because man would destroy everything.
5 months quick as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
Not like
Right, yeah.
Shit move fast, man.
Time
Shit
move right
quick,
along,
bro.
man.
Shit move
Time
quick.
waits for no man.
Shit move quick, bro.
And now it's moving even faster.
And to the point you gotta move faster in time, but it's hard because you be like, it's like, yeah, man.
I remember when time first started moving fast. For me, when I remember, I was in the 5th grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 5th or 4th grade, man. And I remember one day, I was at school and I looked up, I was out of school, I said, God damn. And I went back to school and I said, man, hey, time moving faster. Everybody was like, nah, yeah, yesterday was really fast, wasn't it? It's like, yeah. It's like, and every day, time, and we used to always say it, like, hey, man, today went fast. It used to feel like forever. Because a day used to feel like a day back when I was younger, man. A day felt like a whole day. Like, you was in the summertime, you was all night, all day outside, man. Okay? Back when I was remember being in the hood, playing around in the neighborhood and shit, man, you be out, bro, you be out 8 o'clock, man, you feel like you be like, God damn, when the time gonna go down? Cause you be out so goddamn long, be hot, you just up and down, and you just doing that, you look up, it's 12 o'clock, you like, damn, it's long, I remember the day was long, man. There be so much shit going on, so much things to do, so many people to fuck with there, you know how it is. You run around doing all kind of shit. And then by the time the night time come, everybody tired out. You on the porch talking, laughing, whatever, boom. Your day, you done had a full day of life. You like, oh wow, we had a great day. We can't wait for tomorrow.
That's the scripture. The scripture say the kingdom of heaven will be boys and girls.
Yeah.
Or boys and girls playing and laughing in the streets.
That's right.
So
we're gonna go back to that.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to that.
We're gonna go back to that. Cause see, I ain't seen that since the 80s, 70s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
I'm gonna pick up TW from school, man. Be fucking. The other kids live on. I didn't know how many kids lived over in a little neighborhood.
But you don't see them.
But you don't see them niggas at all.
Not if it ain't school.
You don't see them niggas at all. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
I remember back in Westland, TV, we used to go out,
kids was out.
Yeah, kids always go out playing shit, them on trampoline and shit. And that's when the Beyblades and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking Nerf guns and shit.
Yeah.
Like, we do all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Even
everything,
That was remember like 2010. You know? So,
it ain't.
now you don't see all these niggas do now, they
smoke weed. Yeah. Or even the kids, they go into somebody's house and go smoke dope.
Smoke weed, play the game.
Go get high and get on the video game.
They call it some kind of trap house.
Yeah.
They don't do shit. They don't go off. They don't go off hooping and shit. Or then niggas do go off hooping. They can hoop inside of fucking YMCA or some shit. You know? The niggas not hooping outside. Niggas on, like, so the shit is weird, man. Women over here, really can't. It's weird as fuck. Like I said, you go like to like a gym, child or post it's like weird, dude. It's weird as fuck, man. It's just weird, man. It's weird, man. It's like, you tell like, it's just weird, dude. It's weird as fuck, bro. It's like, nah, dude. This shit's weird, man. This motherfucker's turning digital. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, motherfucker,
everybody's digital.
Cause you see, like no one is social, no more. No one know how to talk to you. Nobody know how to, you almost don't even know how to talk to a person in real life time, other than instead of the telephone thing.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, Pop. Go ahead,
Con. This is Ecclesiastes 3, starting at verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time.
That's right.
To every purpose under the heaven.
That's right.
Verse 2.
That's right. There's a season and time to every purpose under heaven. So this is the season and time of death, really. This is the season and time of destruction. Things are being destroyed, being set right. Yeah. So this time now, the season is war, right? And it'll go on to tell you there's a time of war, there's a time of peace, but there's a time that war is supposed to be happening upon the earth. And now we're in war. When you look around the earth, you look and you'll see the signs of, that's why the Lord said, look to see the signs of the time. Go ahead. Great famine.
A time to be born and a time to die.
Inflation.
A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
And we're in that plucking up time. So we've been planted upon this earth, and now the Lord is rooting up the very foundation of this earth. Go ahead.
A time to kill and a time to heal and a time to break down, and
There's
a
a
time
time
to build
to
up.
kill. So the Bible said that there's a time to kill. There's a time to kill. There is a time to kill. So the Bible said there's a time to put death upon this earth. Go ahead.
A time to weep, and a time to laugh.
So during the time of killing, what are you doing? You got people weeping, crying, and you're going to have some people laughing. Go ahead.
A time to mourn, and a time to dance.
Time of mourning, time to dance. Go ahead.
A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together.
Hey, what do you do with a stone when you gather them together? Throw it at something, right? Go ahead.
A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing.
Are we embracing right now? This shit is not kumbaya, right? You go look at Russia, go look at China, go look at Iran, go look at the Israelis, right? You show me where they're embracing that. They're in the spirit of war. Hell, America's been at war. They said for the very existence of America over what it's been here about 400 years, 500 years. They said, but only about what did they say about I want to say 2 years that they haven't had no war or something like that. Like this place has been in constant war. This, you know what I mean? You can't forget that they just got out the Iraq and Afghan war, right? Still in it. Always got wars all over the earth. Yemen, the Israelis. Everywhere you look, they in the middle of some shit going on. Go ahead.
A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away.
There's a time to get, and there's a time to lose. So Esau, Edom, had a time to flourish on this earth. America was their time to get. But now it's the time for Esau, Edom to lose. That's that great pulling down. That's that Esau's end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of that which is come. Jacob held the heel of Esau. When you hold the heel of something, you're pulling it down, right? So Esau's being pulled down off his high horse, off his high place. Go ahead.
A time to rend, and a time to sow, and a time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again. I was thinking of some scriptures. Go ahead, say that again.
A time to love, and a time to hate. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace.
There's a time to love, right? But then there's a time to hate. So that's all in the scriptures. So hate, murder, mourning, cries, lamentations. It's all in the scriptures. So there's a time, like the scripture said, there's a time for killing. This is the killing season. See, Christianity makes you think that we always in a time of peace. Everything is a time of love. No, the Bible tells you there's a time to kill. There's a time for killing. There's a time for war. There's also a time for love, but when you see the signs, you gotta know the signs that you're in. Christians don't know the signs. They can't see the signs, nor do they want to see the signs. They want everything to be peaceful. They want everything to be kumbaya and all love. But that's not the way the Lord works. That's an unbalance. The Lord is a just power. He gives just as much to the righteous as he gives to the wicked. He got a right hand and he has a left hand. Both hands get their time. Each nation, he made a promise, each nation had their time to rule. Each nation on this earth has ruled the earth at some point in time.
And it's because Christianity, like I said again, because like they did that whole Jesus thing, right? It's all about love, all about prosperity.
Right.
But when Yahweh Shai came, he wasn't being prosperous. Nor was he fucking happy.
Right.
He was drunk most of the time.
Yeah, he was,
And he was soft.
Yeah.
It says it in Isaiah. He was soft. So that place that they pushed this bullshit, then they make use of Jesus saying things. Instead of the leading people, Jay.
Yeah.
So Christianity is full of shit, man. I mean, it's full of shit, full of garbage, bro. I mean, it's full of garbage.
That's right. Say it on that. Just read that last part.
What, a time to love?
Yeah.
A time to love, and a time to hate.
Where you at? Always be working.
Ecclesiastes 3 verse 8. a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace.
So that's it. So there's a time to love, there's a time to hate, and there's a time for war, and there's a time for peace. This is not the time for peace. We are at war. We've been at war as Israelites, right? We don't. The moment that we was put on this, the moment that Esau came to the west banks of so-called Africa, of Ham's land, the moment he came, it was war. The moment he set foot in this land, it was war. The moment that we were taken from the west banks of Africa and put over in this land, it was war. That was a time of war. We've been at war. This has always been the time of, we've been at war and we don't know it. We've been fooling ourselves thinking that we was in a time of peace. That go back to Stockholm Syndrome. Why? Because you fall in love with your captors. You fell in love with the people, the fortunate children of the people that has put you in captivity, and they have chosen not to let you go. They've chosen not to return all your assets that were taken with you from the west banks of Africa and brought over here to this land. Here his children has chosen not to let you go. His children has chosen not to give you back what their forefathers have taken away from you. They did not return your righteous possessions to none of the Israelites. They did not return you to your land, nor did they give you your things back, none of your possessions. They kept you here. They kept you here for slaves and handmaidens. And they still to this day keep you here for that very same reason. You are still a slave unto this system. You're still a slave unto America. Okay? Unto the people that rule this nation, this empire. So you have never been returned. None of your goods, none of the things that was stolen from you, your land, nothing was returned. So you're still at war. You're at war, and you don't know it. And you're living in a land amongst your captors, loving them, falling in love with them, marrying them, having babies with them, living in the houses with them, conjoining your families unto their families, going to their Christmases, parties, going to their functions, living their daily lives, okay, making yourselves one unity, one people, universal. But you're at war with the very people who forefathers brought you here, and they yet to return you or to return any of your possessions back to where you come from.
Jake forgot. Jake, you know, like you niggas been here for so fucking long. A nigga forgets what happens to him in his history. And then on top of that, the schools, they're not teaching that shit no more anyway. They're not teaching slavery no more.
They don't have to. Because Jake don't even know what slavery is. They don't care.
Jake don't forgot.
They don't care. They don't even have to teach you.
So that whole
this month of February, I ain't really heard shit about Black history, anything.
Who gives a fuck?
They don't even give a fuck.
Who gives a fuck about Black
Why?
history?
Because now you're equal now. Now you're history. This nigga don't care. You know what? I was at work, right? Not him. I was at work and I was doing my job. I pulled up to do my job, right? And this nigga, this N-Dub. Alright? Hey, this N-Dub walked up on me. Right? The N-Dub walked up on me. She was like, oh, what a blessing it is. Y'all don't have to get out no more and do this. Y'all can sit and you can sit there, you can make your money without having to get. I'm like, we still gotta get out at time. She's like, well, but it's a blessing because Martin Luther King fought for this, he died for this, and then I just looked at that bitch, man. Right? I said, man, if I had not been, if we're not in that, I'm like, man, I just looked at her, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, I gotta go. Yeah, and I just, I just went on, man. Who's blessed?
What's the word blessed mean?
What's the blessing? What's the blessing?
Yeah.
Right? Because when you, what is, like if I can say it, what is it when you're blessed?
What's it mean? It makes it mean.
Yeah, one, you're right, and who's kneeling to us?
Nobody.
Who's kneeling to us?
Exactly.
Right? But to get the blessings the way they call blessing, the blessing is the kingdom. Because what's going to happen in the kingdom? All the nations is going to bow unto the Israelites.
See, how the fuck you blessed when you working at a job you want to
For somebody else.
You working for a corporation making way more money than they pay.
Way more. You making
And
crumbs.
you ready to pay your bills, bitch. And I'm talking inflation. You a dumbass hoe. That's why nigga woman gotta be destroyed too. She sold out to some white bitch.
Yeah, she had talking about some you blind. First off, and I'm like, then you must not have listened to MLK's last speech when he said he felt that he has integrated his people into a burning house.
And that's another thing too, man. I look fucking bro. Kill me. I mean, at the end of the day, this is all. Let's say, if this is all like what you said to be, bro, what's the point of you going to be alive, you know?
All right, this is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. That which hath been is now, and that which is
So, that which has been is now. So this shit is a repeat, right? It's just not in that same fashion, but this shit has been done before. Once again, we can go. You can go through each captivity from Egypt down to the Persians and the Medes, right? To the Greeks, to the Romans. Am I saying that wrong? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Give me the captivity.
Well, you got the Syrian captivity.
Syrian captivity.
Babylonians.
Babylon. That's what it's Slocky.
Persian and Medes, yeah.
The Babylonian captivity ain't Slocky. I know I'm missing one of them. First, the Babylon. Well, Egypt was a captivity for the whole nation of Israel. The Babylonian was a captivity for Judah. Okay, the Assyrian captivity, which they was in captivity before Judah was, that was dealing with the northern kingdom. Okay, you had the Assyrian captivity for the northern kingdom, right? For Ephraim on down. Then you got Judah. The first captivity was the Babylonian captivity. Then Persians and the Medes, then the Greeks. Because Persia and the Medes took over from the Babylon. I kept this last time I said it. So strike that from what I said earlier. I had said that wrong. I knew it was another captivity. Shit just misses your mind sometimes. But back from Babylon to Egypt, okay? From Babylon to the Persians and the Medes, from the Persians and the Medes to the Greeks, from the Greeks to Rome all over again. So this is Babylon, Persian, Rome, Greek. This is all the captivities. Egypt. This is all Syria. This is all the captivities all in one. You find it all here in America, in Babylon. This is why this is the daughter.
You had Pharaoh big time 2008.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he was a Hamite. He represented him.
But niggas love
Right.
Pharaoh, man. Niggas love Obama to the same thing. And niggas
Right.
still talk about Obama mama and shit. I'm an Obama mama.
Right.
The fuck?
Hey, they love Pharaoh.
They love Obama, man.
Yeah.
You know?
He's right. He was true. He would be a true Pharaoh from Egypt.
Yeah. Niggas
Because he go back to Ham.
Yeah, niggas love Obama, man.
You know, so he go back to evidently his people go back to the Egyptians.
Like man, like and niggas so and the thing about too, but you ain't seen a so-called black man that motherfucker said.
No, you ain't gonna.
It ain't gonna be another one, man.
Because what is gonna be? Ain't got no time.
Ain't gonna be no real fucking Jake.
No, but that's only when Yahweh shot.
And you see that nigga was peanut butter color, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, he didn't have a true Jake like
Right spirit.
influence.
No, he tried. He tried to be Jake. He copied a lot of Jake ways. He tried, with the basketball. He tried to be
bullshit.
like,
He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They had nigga.
But they had to give you an image.
Yeah. And they had a nigga like, oh, the first black lady, like, bro, that
probably was a man.
Yeah, and that's why what the fuck they do? They ain't nothing, Jake. You niggas still do the same shit y'all niggas was doing back in 2008 when that nigga first was elected, man.
And if it was his husband, which is a trainer.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So what the fuck was you niggas expecting, bro? Same old shit, man.
That which has been is now, And that which is to be already been has
That's it, hey
already
man, that
been.
which to be is already been. Because all this shit is already taking place at one point in time in existence, man. Go ahead.
And the Most High required that which is past.
Hey, so all your wickedness and all your sins, the Lord requires for your repentance for that. He requires you to give that back. And a lot of times when people don't understand it, when the Lord requires, somebody give me Numbers 35 to 30. This is when it say the Lord requires that which is past. So the Lord requires to get back what you've done wrong here and now. Every lifespan that you've lived, the Lord has required it back. So you need to pay that back. So now we in a place of judgment under the sun. We live here. What's above us is under the sun here on earth. We're under the sun. We can look. Why? You look up, you see it, don't you? Where's it at? It's somewhere up over here, up over yonder. Right. So, but under the sun is the place of judgment. This is where judgment takes place. This is our judgment to be here. The missiles is come. The famine is come. The lack of bread is coming. The want of all things. Right? The lust of life. That's all here on the earth, under the sun. Wait, you got this.
Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood is defiled the land, and the land cannot.
So if blood, think about this. Blood defileth the land. Blood defiles the land. How much bloodshed is here in America? How defiled is the land of Babylon the Great, the harlot, the daughter? How defiled is AKA America? How defiled is the land? Because there's bloodshed all over the land. All over this land there's bloodshed. There's murder, killings, all kind of rape, robbery, all kind of shedding of blood. Go ahead.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood is defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So, read that part.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
So don't pollute the land where you are. And one of the ways to pollute the land where you are is by the shedding of blood of another person. So now, there's so much blood that's been shed. Let's just use slavery alone. There's so much blood in the land of America, it's fucking ridiculous. The blood is so high and thick. We're drowning in this shit. You just can't see it. You just can't see it. We live in this shit. The blood is so high, you can't breathe. But you spiritually, you can't breathe spiritually. Go ahead.
For blood is defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed.
The land cannot be cleansed
Of the blood that is shed therein.
So the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that was shed here in America and still here to this day and all over the fucking earth for that fact of the matter. But now we're talking mainly about America. The blood of America cannot be cleansed. It cannot be purged. It cannot be done away with. It cannot be disposed of. What's another way to say it?
Can I get God?
Huh?
Can I be forgiven?
It cannot be forgiven unless
By the blood of him that shed it.
hey, that's why when you see a nigga kill another nigga, that nigga get killed. You know when you see a blood in the crib, or a folk in a vice lord, or whatever the fuck, and it is a peach stone, and that stone, a key stone, and your stone. When you see niggas, a dope dealer from 58th and 59th, when you see them kill each other, you look up, and come back, somebody else got popped. You look up, come back, somebody else got popped. You look up, you come back, somebody else got popped. You look up, you come back, your little son got killed. You look up, come back, his son got killed. Goddamn, read that again.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood is defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed.
So the land cannot be cleansed of the blood. Go ahead.
of the blood that is shed therein.
The blood that's shed on this land cannot be, so this land still gets fucked. Go ahead.
But by the blood of him that shed it.
But by the blood of him that shed that blood. That's why you got that, what goes around comes around. So with an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, cheek for a cheek, whatever for whatever. Okay? That's the reason why when you look up, you got gangs when they kill each other. Hey, I gotta get that get back. But that's the spirit of the Lord. Because that murder that happened, that killing that happened to that one Jake, it's gotta be cleaned up by another murder. And he gonna make that killing to get that killing back. And now, since why he committed that killing, now some other nigga gotta come kill him because he shed blood. So the Lord's cleaning that nigga's blood up by putting that nigga to death. And then that nigga get put to death by another nigga because that nigga gotta kill that nigga because that nigga got blood on the earth. So it's a constant rotation. The Lord is constantly killing and making alive, cleaning and cleaning and shedding, cleaning and shedding. So it's a constant on this earth. And now ultimately you got Esau. Esau's blood that he shed upon the earth is so fucking tremendous that the true cleaning is got to be by the one who gave him his blessing. If your eyes can see it and your ears can hear it. When Isaac, Yahushua gave him his blessing, when he got his blessing from Yahushua when he was Isaac, he got to come back and take it back. The only way for him to cleanse it is the one who gave it to him. That's why we can't do it. That's why we can't overpower this devil. That's why this devil was given the weapon. And we're not talking about the average everyday Edomite, right? We can overpower these fuckers. But we're not talking about the average every run-of-the-mill, drive up down the street so-called white man. We talking about the military. We talking about the police force. We talking about the ones with the badges and the guns. We talking about, you can't do nothing with them. You can deal with an average so-called white man walking around, that's whatever. We can deal with that shit all day long. But you cannot deal with the power to beat. Because they got the power of the missile. They got the power of the weapon, the sword, the blessing that was given. So the only one can cleanse that, can take that away, is by the one who gave it to him. And how is it that Isaac is Yahushua? Because Isaac was that first sacrifice. Isaac was sacrificed. He was the first sacrificial lamb that was not sacrificed. See, he was meant to be sacrificed, but it showed that it was a precursor to come. When he became Yahushua, he was the ultimate sacrifice. Okay, because Abraham was supposed to sacrifice Isaac unto the Lord, but it ended up being Yahushua. Okay, so that in reincarnation, he gave the power to who? Esau, Edom, and he got to come back and take it from him.
It's Matthew 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to set peace on earth.
That's so-called what you call Jesus. So if people read the Bible, Matthew chapter 10, verse 4, you read it, so-called Jesus say, I came not to bring peace. So Jesus' death wasn't about peace. Okay? I don't like saying that name because we know that's not his name. We know that the letter J is a new letter that was just formed in 1500s here in America. Okay? But he said, I came not to bring peace upon earth. Go ahead.
I came not to set peace, but a sword.
But a sword. He came to bring a sword upon the earth. What do you do with a sword? You kill. You slaughter. You stab. You maim. You cut arms, limbs off. So Jesus, who the Christians call so peaceful, Mr. Jesus said he didn't come to bring peace. Read it again. Read it loud.
All right. Matthew 10, verse 34. Matthew 7, 34. Think not that I am come set peace.
So Matthews is the new covenant, right? New Testament. They call that the New Testament, the new covenant. So in the New Testament, that one they call the man of peace said he comes not to bring peace, not to bring peace. Okay?
I cannot set peace, but a sword.
But a sword. Okay?
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
He come to set a man at variance, to set a man against, to set a man at his father, to separate people. He come to separate. He come to put war. Look at Russia. That's why Russia is separated. He put war in the earth. He come to bring peace from the earth, not to give peace to the earth. He came to bear a sword to kill, to maim, to destroy, to devastate. Go ahead.
This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
Yahweh is his name. Read that right.
Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name.
That's right. The Lord is a man of war, and that Lord, which is in capital, L-O-R-D, Yahweh is his name. Right? He came here for war. He is not here for peace. So his son basically reverbed it in Matthew 10, was that 30? You said 34? Matthew 10 and 34. So Yahweh himself, his death was to bring a sword upon this earth, to set a variance, a father, go ahead, just read that part, a father against his son, and a mother against her daughter. Go read that again.
It's Matthew 11, verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother.
And the daughter against her mother, a man against his father. What else?
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
A daughter-in-law against her mother. Hey, you ever hear I can't stand that bitch. I can't stand my mom-in-law. You hear that shit? You hear that shit a lot. Like, hey, ask a woman who married to a man, you like your mother-in-law? I hate that bitch. You know? Hey, the Lord, that's because the Lord set it up that way. It's right in the scriptures. And they don't even know it's there. They don't even know the Lord literally told them that you're going to hate your fucking mother-in-law. Read that again.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father and
Go into that word variance right there. Grab that Matthew 10 and 35.
And the daughter against her mother. And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. That's why your wife don't like your mama. That's why your wife call your mama a bitch. I hate that bitch. Because the Lord set it up that way. The Lord don't want them to get along. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And a man's foes shall be laid.
And a man's foes. Your foes is your enemies. The people that you're against. The people that's against you. Go ahead.
Shall be dead of his own household.
And how many brothers and sisters killing each other in the households? How many brothers and sisters can't get along in your houses? That's the Lord that did that shit. Hey, if you got a son that killed his brother, that's the Lord that did that shit. If you got a daughter that hates your ass, that's the Lord that did that shit. Okay? The Lord has set this shit up like this. Because it's the Lord who brings evil. It's the Lord who brings peace and evil upon this earth. It's not Satan. Satan is just a fucking tool that the Lord uses. Go ahead. Is that it?
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Alright, so that's it. That's the spirit.
This word variance means in Matthew 10 and 35.
Alright, yeah.
The word variance means to cut into two parts.
To cut into two parts. Separate. What do you do when you cut something in two parts? You separate them. You separate one from the other. You don't want them together. The Lord does not want so-called Negroes and so-called white people together. We are a separate nation. We were meant to be apart. You can look and see it when you look at the Chinese. when you look at the Japanese, when you look at the Israelites, they're not together with any nation but their own nation in their own fucking land. Unless you got visitors in China, but they don't share power with any other nation in their land. Only people that share power in the nation is the so-called black man, the so-called white man. We're the only people that's conjoined two different nations that's joined together. And they're supposed to be separated. So when the Lord said, I set a variance, I split in part to separate you. Okay?
To cut into two parts.
To cut into two parts. Okay?
Leave asunder, sever.
To cleave, to asunder, to sever. Hey, you so-called black man, you gotta cut ties with that white woman. You gotta cut ties with one to lay in her bed. You gotta cut ties with having children with her. You gotta separate. You gotta separate yourself. You gotta get away from that. You wasn't meant for that. She wasn't meant for you. You got your own woman. The Lord has sent two manner of people upon this earth. You got that go back to Ezekiel. No, not Ezekiel. Go back to Ezra. Thank you, man. God damn, I can't get it in my mind. Ezra, y'all, you know how I'm saying evil. Ezra, man. The 9th chapter. Yeah, Ezra the 9th, and I believe it's the 9th and 10th chapter. Okay? To separate yourselves. Right? Because the Lord came to set a variance. So Yahushua separated the so-called black and white man. He separated you. All the nations are separate. The Chinese are separate. The Arabs, they're separate. Every nation is in their own fucking land doing their own fucked up shit. But here, the only people that's not a separate people that stand in the same land is the so-called Negroes here with the so-called white man. We are two nations that are conjoined that should not be together. We are supposed to be apart. There is no universal love. Because there ain't no universal love with China. China's not amalgamated with us. Ishmael is not amalgamated with us. They all got their own nation. They're all in their own land. So the so-called white man should be in your own land, not in everybody else's land. The so-called black man should be in his own land. Every nation should be separate from one another. Who got it?
I got something.
What you got?
Michael 2 and 10.
Okay, yeah. Hold that. What you got? Hold that.
Malachi chapter 1, verse 14. But first be the deceiver which has in his flock a male and fowl and sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing.
See, sacrifice to the Lord a corrupt thing. What's a corrupt thing here that is what is conjoined marriages with the wicked? Conjoined marriages married into these families that's of the heathen nations. When you conjoin yourself into the heathen nations, now you're making a corrupt thing. You're putting spots and blemishes on who you are. Because through the scriptures, the Lord is a separatist. He separates people. He separates the nations. The people should not be conjoined to one another. A white man, a so-called white man, should not be married into a so-called black woman. A so-called black man should not be married into a so-called white woman. The Ku Klux Klan had it right. I said it. The Ku Klux Klan had it right. We're supposed to be fucking separate.
It's Tobit chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whores, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife.
Take not a strange woman to wife. Take not a strange woman to wife. You should not marry unto the heathen women.
Which is not of thy father's tribe. We are the children of the prophets. Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Because why? Who are the children of the prophets? Read that again. Who are the children of the prophets? Go ahead. Noah.
which is not of thy father's tribe. We are the children
Hey,
of the prophet.
Slack. Which are not of you. So you're not supposed to really. We're not supposed to be having these women. Okay. If you're not to be technical, the Lord said you're supposed to take of your father's tribe. No matter how good they look, no matter how fat their asses is, no matter. We're not supposed to take of that. They're not for us. And we're not for them. But you're technically supposed to deal just within your tribe. Judah is supposed to stay with Judah. Levi is supposed to stay with Levi. Ephraim is supposed to stay with Ephraim. Manasseh with Manasseh. Every tribe is supposed to only stay with its own. That's how discreet the Lord is. He said with your father's tribe. Not your mother's. Your father's tribe. So your Judah is supposed to stay with Judah. So every Judite should have a Judite wife. Okay? According to the Lord. According to the scriptures. We're not supposed to be jumping into bed and having wives. Now you're going to have slaves. You're going to have concubines. You're not supposed to have wives, children of other nations. You're not supposed to have, even, like I said, even when it comes to your own tribal people. So Judah shouldn't be fucking with Ephraim. But I mean, we do it. But why? Because what does a man do? When a man takes a wife, he takes on all her inheritance. Okay? So if Ephraimite had a daughter, right, and he died, all the inheritance go to her if he had no male son. But she's to be married. Her uncle marries her off, and he marries her off to a Judite, a Levite, a Manassite, a Issacharite, or whatever of the tribe. Guess what happens to all her father's house? It all goes into that man. It'll leave from the tribe of Ephraim, and all those belongings will go to the tribe of Judah. Now, Judah, instead of being in the land of Judea, now Judah owns part of the land of Ephraim. See, that's fucked up, because that was Ephraim's inheritance. That inheritance went to Ephraim when we came out of slavery, out of captivity. Each nation of Israel, which we all are nations, they had their own separate land, own separate area that they dwelled in, right? The Lord gave each man his own inheritance, even within our own people. So if you take from Judah and you take an Ephraimite wife, now you're taking from Ephraim's inheritance. That you can't do that. You're not supposed to take from them. That's theirs. The Lord gave it to them, that's theirs. Leave it alone. But now everything that got fucked up. It's been everybody's mixing and mingling. Okay? Now it's different now that you're mixing and mingling amongst your own people. I'm not saying you can't, but you're mixing and mingling amongst your own people. But when now you mix and mingle among the heathen women, you're taking on the heathen women, and your sons and daughters, if you end up in jail, you end up dead. Now you got a son, got an Edomite woman, got an Edomite wife. You left your wife, or you're dead, or you put in jail, and you might have been in the scriptures. But now you got a little son, 8, 9, 10 years old. The Lord put you to death, probably for whatever you done. Now your son is left to who? To the wills and the guides of his mother. And now she gonna take her son back to the Edomite life, to the Esau, the so-called white man. She gonna take him back and start doing Christmas again. He gonna start doing Easter. He might end up becoming a faggot. He might be doing all kind of wicked, ungodly shit.
Yeah, but you nigga gonna fuck him up anyway.
But you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm saying the point of the heathen women.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so when you take on a heathen wife, you risk the chance. You risk the chance of your children living a heathenistic life.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Judite. We ain't got to speak on her. We know she.
But it's this thing about so it's really. If you get a Judite chick, you can tell her you don't like some white man. Yeah, fuck that nigga.
On this side, she fucked up anyway.
She'll roll with it anyway. Yeah. She's alright. But you gotta eat on my bitch telling her, or you don't like Edomites. She like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
He have a kid with her and
She
shit.
don't get it.
You know what I'm saying? His ass gonna be fucking retarded.
Yeah.
So he not gonna, cause he gonna love his
What
mama.
about my mama? Mama can't be saved.
Cause his mama, grandmama, his granddad,
It's gonna be
his
a
granddaddy gonna be a fucking redneck and shit.
Right. It's gonna be an
so
issue.
it's gonna be a problem. So that's why to eliminate that problem, you get with a Judite chick. You know she could, you know she gonna be fucking retarded, but you still can like, hey, well, we ain't doing this at a third. She might complain about a bitch about it, but she'll roll with it eventually. If she fuck with you enough, she'll roll with it. And then your son won't be. If you don't like some white man, he not gonna care. Oh, okay. I don't give a fuck with what. Ain't nobody in my family Edomite, so it don't matter to me. You know? Just keep it on point. You know?
Going to that word chase road.
Cause you get with an Edomite bitch, man, he gonna be fucking weird, bro. You gonna have his grandmama going Edomite granddaddy and shit. He gonna be Jesus. He gonna be confused, man.
Yeah.
And until we're not in power, so we can't call the shots.
That's another thing.
So until we get in the power, we're getting the power, we're gonna fuck all the bitches we want. It don't matter if you get out of me. If you want anybody,
because ain't nobody can control that.
Cause you got the power, but right now Esau's the power of the world. If you fucking with an Edomite bitch, you gotta understand your kid gonna be fucking a little off, man.
Hey, and that's why King David had concubine women. Because he could control them. He could control their concubine women and their families.
Like, bitch, no, I ain't doing no.
Yeah, because if they said something against King David, King David will put their ass to death.
Yeah, that's it.
So he can control an Edomite. We can't control Edomite families now.
No, hell no.
We don't have power over them, but they got power over us.
You know, let's say nigga gonna take a nigga to court. But let's say I mean, damn, bro, Edomite bitch take you to court, you ass done.
You done? Hell, a nigga woman take you to court, you done. So how much more for an Edomite?
Even if we even show up to that bitch, you might as well go and pay that child support. You know, nigga woman, you might
cancel that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's kind of double-edged sword.
But it is.
Yeah. But just dealing with the whole aspect, if you end up having a child, you better be with your own people.
That's right.
Then it'll be, have be a mixed thing to be fucking retarded.
You got some kind of chance with your own.
Yeah, you do. Like I said, because the nigga woman, like, she like me enough, she not gonna really think about what you believe in. She not gonna be all You got those niggas that are just demons. But you got the ones that they're alright, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They kind of roll and shit, but you gotta eat them like you can't tell her that shit.
And that go to when you talk about King Solomon. Look at, hey, King Solomon is a perfect example.
Even light skin the bitch that be mixing. They be retarded too.
But King Solomon is a perfect example. When you look at King Solomon, and what turned King Solomon away? His women. All them fucking heathen women. He was building temples to their gods. So what does that tell you right there? Okay, and we're not think about this, brothers. We're not saying you can't. We're not saying what you can't have. All things are expedient. All things are lawful, but not all. Give me that. Somebody give me that fire. I'm fucking that. Give me that. Okay.
I'm gonna do what you want.
But not all things are expedient.
We don't dig on that show, man. That's your man. You know, we are dig.
We're not trying to control. Right, exactly.
That's what you do.
We're not trying to control your pound game.
Yeah, whatever
you can pound however many devils you want to pound.
We really don't give a fuck. We just speak for it.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12.
Hey, wait. We're speaking as men.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's put it like that. Like Paul said.
It ain't really,
right.
What's some other man? You fucking.
It's just using wisdom. It's what Paul said.
Yeah.
Right? It's just what Paul said. Hey, I'll speak to you as a man. Okay? Now I'm speaking to you as a man. Right? I'm just going to use my wisdom to stay away from certain shit. Yeah. I don't want to fall into certain traps. Because I know what can happen in the middle of certain traps. So I choose to stay away from so-called white women. Because that's a trap I choose to stay the fuck out of. I don't take that risk. Because there's not much of a reward.
Real quick, there was a time I was kicking with an my bitch. It was like what, maybe like what, a year ago or something? Maybe some, whatever, you know. Now, was she more, now I'm be honest. Now, was the bitch more pleasing to deal with than a nigga with?
They do be.
She was.
They do be.
I'm not gonna lie.
They're easy to deal with.
She came on the crib, laid down and shit. Or you know what I'm saying, laid down and shit on me and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, you know, what's the nigga? She got funny and she got we got new, we got warm her up, we got she was just, you know, she was all comfortable and shit, you know, she had nice stringy hair. You know, and it was.
She clean your fucking house.
Yeah, you know, she was easy. She wasn't
cooking your food.
She didn't like, you know, it was just.
She want to take you places.
No, it didn't take a lot.
She want to go to the grocery store with you.
Yeah, it didn't take a lot of shit. You feel me?
And she ain't want a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
She just
You
want
know,
that pound.
It was cool. You feel me? It was cool. I'm not gonna hold you. It was cool. Cause they just different. You might be say they was different. She was cool with it, right? I was like, all right, cool, fuck, she cool.
Then they keep.
Right? But you know, we went to walking and shit, whatever. I'm like, you know, whatever, hold her hand type shit. I'm like, I didn't really like. I mean, I liked it, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do this shit, make me sleep with you. Eating my bro, shit weird. But what happened was, I was walking and then I did it with maybe. I seen this nigga with his Edomite chick, he fucking head nodded me like, yeah, you look like he head nodded me like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm in a game or something.
Now you there.
Like this something of a status for a nigga to get what you get an Edomite bitch. So I'm like, we get in the car. First she put on some fucking rap. I don't like that shit. I like the R&B, you know. I like R&B, you know. I like R&B type shit, you know, like that 90s R&B shit. So I'm like, bro, you know, so I'm like, no man, fuck this shit, man. I ain't fuck her no more, man. So I cut that bitch out, man. I'm like, nah, I ain't do it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is weird. It's just weird because she can't relate to me about. We can't relate. You know what I'm saying?
And women really, at the end of the day, your own women, you're not really trying to be all like that with them anyway.
Nah,
you really putting the pound game down, bringing forth your children, bringing forth these let back, to hopefully let. You know, women, you're not really trying to sit up around women anyway.
And I get why Jake go fuck my bitch. I understand.
It's simpler than you.
I understand because they be easy and shit. They not all masculine and shit like that.
You know, they be working out.
They work
right. They be having fat ass
you go to the gym. All you see is my bitch. Everywhere you look.
I see him.
You see more.
You can see him. But just because you look at him don't mean you want him.
Yeah, it is. You know, you see very few people work out. They do work out. They have attitudes though. Like they like a lot of niggas too. They woman she looks unapproachable.
Yeah, she looks unapproachable.
She looks unapproachable the way she be. She
always gripping.
Like you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, so
she give you a man vibe.
Yeah, like they don't even smile at you, nothing. Like a nigga, she'll like you. She'll be but you won't even fucking tell. You can't even tell. She won't even look at you for real. She'll like glance, maybe do like some shit like this. But it's up to you to really go up to her. But even like this, she'll show it. You know, she'll.
Yeah, she wanna end up wanna roll her eyes at you.
Yeah, she's like
she'll twist her head at you.
So we get it. You know, we get it. You understand? This is 1 Corinthians 6:12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient.
Hey, that's right. Hey, so it's lawful.
Yeah.
It's lawful that you can take the concubine of the other nations. But is it really expedient on this side to do it? Now, in your kingdom, in your rulership, like King David, King Solomon, have whatever you want. Have whatever nation or woman you want because you rule. Because you're in rulership. You rule over. But you're under the rulership of the so-called white man here. So they really rule over you. You gonna do Christmas. You gonna do Halloween. You gonna eat pork. You gonna eat shrimp. You gonna eat crab. You gonna eat lobster. You gonna eat all the defiled shit. You gonna be doing all the good Edomite doing shit. You gonna be going to the skating rings. You gonna be going to the football games. You gonna be taking that Illuminati oath. Okay? You gonna be doing all the good shit that they do because they're in the power seat. All things are lawful. Yeah, you can have them. King David had them. King Solomon had them. But they're not expedient. Okay? It's not smart for you to do on this side. It's not a smart trap because it's really a trap to fall in. Okay? It's an easy way to die. It's a quick way to be put to death. Because what you do if you making that bitch mad? You go out fucking some other chick, she get mad, and you come home, you got the police at your door saying that you slapped her up. Who word they gonna take? They ain't gonna take your fucking word. They gonna see that little bitty, fat booty, big titty Edomite bitch crying, hollering that this big gorilla nigga slapped me up, and they gonna avenge her rights. And she probably sat in the house and slapped herself up. Because she know you took that big dick pound game. You took that big dick pound game and you went pounded some other bitch. Some other Edomite bitch. Or some other whatever bitch. And she get jealous in her fury. Now your ass put to death up in the grave or up in jail behind this Edomite bitch. Because why? You ain't in power.
Oh shit! There was a Netflix story of this decent, but there was a chick who was a bodybuilder. And the chick,
Oh yeah.
What's her name?
I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
She was like, you know, he choked me and shit.
Live. Yep.
Choked me, whatever. Choked me out and shit. Somehow she saw the circle and shot his ass.
Yeah.
Boom.
Big salad.
Yeah, big salad. Yeah. She shot his ass, man.
All right now.
Boom. Put him to death. He laid up there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He got the kid and she got the boy talking all like, oh, he was like they was lying.
Call him abusive.
Yeah, they was lying and shit, man. You can tell they was lying.
So there you go. Look what your sons do.
They,
Look what your sons do.
that was
son?
yeah, that's son. Yeah.
Oh.
That's but still, like, you know what I'm saying? They was lying to protect their mama.
That's it. So it's all against you, man. So that's the point. So everything is against you, right? The houses is against you when you deal with another nation. If you're gonna deal with another nation, I'm gonna say this for every J here in America. Whether you agree with it or you don't. If you're gonna deal with another nation woman here being a captive, being a slave here in America, find you a fucking Thailand woman, find you a fucking Filipino woman, okay? Find you a fucking Cambodian, find you one of the other heathen nation women that are much more submissive, much more inclined and needy than the so-called white woman. Do not, I'll say it again, do not marry a so-called white woman when you are here under this captivity. You are in captivity. They do not belong to your black ass. Leave them the fuck alone. Let them stay with their so-called white men. Let the other nations deal with them. You, so-called black man, stay the fuck away. Learn how to deal with a different nation. If you need a nation of women that bad, I gave you a nation of women that will love you, that will do for you, and will not treat you as such. That you will not have to worry about in that manner as such. Now you gotta worry about all women, even your own women. You gotta worry about it. But when you deal with the other nation women, they're more needy. They'll be more in subjection. They're more understanding. They're already at a low place, a low level in life. They're already at the bottom. But they're different nation women, so there go your different nation women fix.
Yeah, girl. And I understand why people want to do the dick woman, man. Shit, you know, the dick woman too much, man. She got too many problems and shit, you know. And the Puerto Rican bitches, they be just like, man, they like dick woman too. Really, the Puerto Ricans, they be just, especially if you see a dick woman and a Puerto Rican woman.
Are they one and the same?
All
the nations.
They both the same, man.
All the Israelite nation women, from Judah on down, they're all the same.
Now you got some of them that be like,
some are lighter.
They got thermal but they be cool. But I ain't even fuck with I ain't even fuck with
I don't even know how we even got over to the
I don't know how we, but I haven't even fucked with another kid. I haven't yet. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. But for the most part, I get why brothers want to go deal with Edomite or some other shit because they want to easily deal with it, man. You know, men try to come on to some piece of shit. You ain't trying to come on to no loud mouth fast nigga, you know, with a fucking bottle on and shit, screaming at them about some bullshit, you know?
Because if you look, you can look at the other nations, right? Let's take Ishmael. Take Ishmael for example. You very rarely see so-called Arabic women with a different nation man.
No, you don't.
Okay? You so-called very rarely do you see an Arabic man with a different nation woman.
I never see Arabic bitch with a nigga.
You very rarely see an Arabic woman with a so-called black man.
But they with Esau.
Yeah, you might find that because they're here in America.
Yeah, they're fucking.
But when you go over in their land, you will not find the other nations. They don't deal with the other nations like that.
See?
They married.
Well, yeah. So they fuck with Esau. They fuck with you niggas.
But you very rarely will you find an Ishmaelite women, even here in America.
Yeah.
You very fine in Ishmael. If you can show me one Ishmaelite woman that got a so-called Negro as a husband, show me that. Because
I'm pretty sure it's one, because you know,
I mean, it's
Jake
one.
fuck everything.
That motherfucker be hard to find.
Yeah, but it's few between you see that.
Right.
I mean, even when you see Asians and shit like Chinese,
You will see that
you
more
see that.
before.
You see a little bit. Yeah, that's you see it a little more. But you,
And Jake be all up into Islam.
yeah.
But you don't see they don't be having their women.
But too, it might, you know,
Yeah, well, but it's
So
very
you
rare.
probably
Because I come from, well, I'll tell
if
you.
you go to New York, I should tell you.
Well, shit, it's like where I was at in Michigan. Dearborn, they all up in there. Oak Park, Southfield, they all up in a lot of areas. Southwest Detroit, but they be separated, man. Okay, they be separated. Hey, they'll own the store, they'll own the liquor stores. Jake come in there. They don't want their women with that kind of man.
No, they don't.
Because they low level.
And they got morals.
See, they got.
They had them.
What's wrong?
No. All that Allah shit.
Right. So they used to being above our people. Right. See, they look at us as beneath them.
Yeah.
So if their daughters fuck around with a so-called black man, they like, no, you don't. They'll kill them. They'll send them back to their own country. They'll send their asses back to Iraq. They'll send their asses back to Iran, Afghanistan. They'll send their asses back, man. They don't play that shit. They can't touch. They don't do it. So that lets you know,
And nor do the Edomite man want their daughter fuck with a Jake either.
No, they don't.
Because no one really looks at Jake as a high standard.
No, because you're not a high standard on the
You know what I'm
side.
saying? Because because Jake come a certain way. Because there was a video of this dude Destiny. He did a thing. He said, imagine a nigga like me walking in your house. Talking about some hey, yeah, I'm finna like how Jake come. You feel me? Either like it's weird, bro. Yeah, it's weird, dude. It's weird.
Look what he did to his own. That girl, she was fine as hell when she was.
In order to really fuck with Edomite,
Yeah.
bitch, you gotta kind of be a little too.
You gotta be like Esau.
You gotta be different.
You gotta be like Esau. Because you look at what's that blue face girl's name? Hey, she was fine as hell before she got with that dude. Hey, she was fine. She had her teeth right. She could talk. She could actually hold a conversation. Bitch was a track star, right? She was fine as hell. She all through now. So that's what happens when you let that kind of motherfucker deal with your daughter. He turned her out and fuck her up. Look at the earth now today. So the degree of a man will show what the degree of the woman gonna be.
Exactly. But Jake is just so low level, man. Jake is just new, man. Jake is done. You know what I'm saying? Like when you read the Maccabees, they was honorable men. Their father died for the Most High, and then their sons did the same thing as well too.
They picked up the man.
They picked the man of their father, and Jake didn't do fucking anything, man. Jake won't go around eating pork on a regular. You had the 7 sons. They died for not even eating fucking swine, which niggas eat that shit every fucking day. Not even knowing that your forefathers' fathers died for the same you eat on, bro.
Right.
Niggas accept anything now. Niggas do anything. They don't have no morals. Jake back in the day, they have morals, man. They wasn't doing that, man.
It's Jeremiah 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of
learn
heaven.
not the way of the heathen.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, and a part of learning not the way of the heathen is their women. Okay, learning not to take their women onto you. That's a part of learning not the ways of the heathen. Because when you go to the other heathen nations, they don't do it. You don't got a bunch of Chinamen married a bunch of Edomite women. You're not gonna go to China and find a bunch of Edomite women in China married to a bunch of Chinese men. Because they deal with their own fucking women. Okay? Hold on. And when you go, like I said, you go to each nation, from Ishmael to Moab to Ammon, they stay, majority is with their women. Only ones don't is here in America.
It's really not, it was really true because like, you got talking about how he hated being identified as black. He said he was Mexican. He said he told me, he said, nigga, I was Mexican, nigga. He said, I ain't been back in 15 years, nigga. He said he see how Mexicans there on East Park, they'll get together and it's able to build some shit. But we can't do that shit now. Negroes can't build together for some reason, man. Like women can't deal with women, can't deal right with each other. It's just open. Every time Judah get together, it's a bunch of strife and envy and bullshit. But you get Issachar go together. They be cool.
They together, house together.
Like they live 15, 20
They be
years together.
in their house, bro.
You get a whole bunch. You get like.
They be all the construction companies together.
You get 50 niggas, man, bro, someone stole something from somebody to fuck somebody's girl, somebody to took somebody's car. The niggas that do all niggas in here fighting and shit. That's why we under curses, we under Judah under the curse heavy as fuck. Judah really more words than curses heavy now. You know? Judah got a bunch of other tribes. But the tribes ain't full side together, no problem. But Judah, Benjamin, Levi, nah, bruh. I'm telling you, it's always envy and strife, man. You know?
Go ahead. Squat.
Okay. This is Jeremiah 10:2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Except for me, I'm dismayed at the signs of heaven, you know? First is bad with Jake. Woman out of order. The woman. Now it is you got the thing against it's the black man versus the black woman now. So-called black versus so-called black woman. The black woman talking about, well, the black man they don't love us. The black man talking about, man, fuck you nigga bitches. It's crazy, man. And then you go down to these HBCUs, bitches having all types of diseases and shit. All types of diseases, man. Diseases run rampant in HBCUs. Don't not fuck with a chick. I'm telling you right now, do not fuck with a nigga woman that's going to the HBCU, bro. Leave that bitch
almost 80 college. That's actually now.
No, bro, I'm getting to the HBCU. Look up the STD rate.
Oh yeah, I know. It's high.
That shit is high as hell, man.
You know, Jake don't use condoms.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that shit is crazy. These they be having all types of diseases going on and shit.
Because a woman labeled one man 5 minutes later, she gonna label
yeah, bro.
And nobody wearing condoms.
Niggas is nasty and shit, man. It's crazy. So, man, it's going out of order. Jake out of order, man. Then you got a lot of shootings down there, too. When I was down in Old World, I was down in the workplace, niggas was shooting shit, man. Right by her.
That ain't even the HBCU.
Yeah, it was. No,
What is?
Yeah. I think it is. I think it's
I didn't see anybody sign that.
Murraysboro College. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's
I don't think it is, but it's a lot of niggas. I mean,
yeah, but it's a lot of niggas that go there. It's a lot of niggas that go there. So anytime like I said, you see
out there, though.
But anytime you see a cluster of niggas,
that one chick, where did she go? That one chick.
she went to
France.
no, she went to Frisk.
Frisk?
Yeah, she went to Frisk. She went to
That's, I think that's HBCU.
yeah, she went to Frisk. Yeah, she was home. She should have stopped. Anyway, but yeah, he was to be home.
That's HBCU.
Yeah,
I think Tennessee something is HBCU, like University or Tennessee something.
No, I forgot.
Tennessee something.
No, yeah,
TSU, something like that. One of them, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, but it's a lot of niggas that go there. Because you go to a lot of niggas, man. It's basically, it's a lot of niggas, especially when you go down, they got these little apartments for college. Man, it's niggas galore. It's so many, it's bad, them niggas started shooting. That's what I'm saying. Anytime you see niggas together, don't go the other way. Because there's some shit gonna go down, man. You gonna end up getting shot somewhere because niggas over here beating bust some bitch, bust some hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Because niggas emotional and shit. You know, they always trying to be a thug. They always trying to mean bug. This nigga. You know, niggas always trying to be on that type of time, bro. So it's like, when it comes to the truth, you not only got straight with the East, you got straight with the niggas, you got some of your own people.
Yeah.
You can't even deal amongst your own people because niggas is so grimy and so far gone, man. You know? I was doing that shit the other day. And I was trying to find a nigga apartment. This nigga apartment all the way in the back, some nigga trying to get an attitude and shit. I'm like, why you mad about some nigga? Like, nigga, nigga trying to talk shit on the phone, like, nigga, you took my fucking 2 tacos, bruh. And I was like, nigga, I'm gonna give it to you. I was respectful about it and shit. But niggas emotional, man. You know, I'm about to beat this nigga ass over 2 tacos, bruh. Like, you fucking for real. Nigga, your apartment is hard as hell to find. Then you try to talk to him, you can't even do it. You can't do it.
just got my eye right here.
You niggas undealable, man. You know? So you wonder why these niggas Esau, they locked the door and shit. When that nigga come out, I would too. Shit, I would too. If I seen four niggas with their pants sagging and shit, hats on, smoking blunts, listen to fucking young boy down the street and shit. I lock my shit too, nigga. The hell yeah. Like what the fuck? Cause these niggas is dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Niggas tattoos and shit. Like I watch you niggas, man. I see how Jake operate.
Doing a Mike Tyson.
Yeah, nigga hat backwards and shit. Nigga pants sagging and shit. Nigga see nigga draws. He with 4 other niggas got busted in my walking down the street. One of my motherfuckers don't want to fuck with you, bro. I mean, you niggas is weird.
Bro, these two, man, I see.
Hey, what the hell?
He was sagging, bro, when I was
Hey, what the
driving.
fuck is wrong with all people, man?
Hey, he was sagging. His ass was hanging out, but his pants were so tight, bro.
Yeah,
he was like,
Yeah.
you know, he couldn't even barely move his legs, bro. His whole ass was hanging.
Yeah, I don't blame this on white man. You see 10 niggas run away from their ass, man. I go the other way, bro.
Hey, we gonna go the other way too.
Hell yeah. Shit. You can't blame Esau for wanting to hide their guns and shit and lock the door. I would too.
We gonna lock our doors too.
Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, go ahead. It's crazy.
This is Proverbs 1:15. My son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path.
And that's right, man. The Lord said, walk not in the way with them. Restrain your foot from thy path. So, man, don't be joined up and join hand in hand. You cannot join. And that's, you know, and really when you see it, the 2/3 of our nation is heathens as well. Right? The 2/3 of our people are heathens. So you don't want to walk join hand in hand with them neither. Right? You don't want to be having your baby mama named Moquisha and Shaisha and Mercedes.
Yeah.
Okay? You ain't trying to have no babies
Tonisha and
with Tanisha and Tawana and Tanya and you don't want all that. You ain't trying to be getting down with Pookie and Ray Ray in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Okay?
Worm and shit.
Right, big perm. Right? You trying to stay away from that kind of shit.
Shit, the nigga shit, man.
Right? Because really they ain't nothing but a reincarnation of Esau. That's Esau's mentality of what a so-called black man should be. Okay? The neighborhood nigga is nothing no more than what's those two always tell us about?
Amos
and Andy. Okay? That's Amos and Andy. Back when TV wasn't on, it was a radio show. Okay, minstrel, the black minstrel shows, the black face of what so-called black people are supposed to be like. They created you motherfuckers. Okay? The so-called white man created you motherfuckers not a day. And that's why you go around with your pants sagging and your hip talking. Okay? That's because the so-called white man that created your ass. Okay? And you go back to Amos and Andy, that's how they used to talk. Okay? They say, you know, Ed, right on, brother. But that's the way they would say that we talk. But the guys that had started, they was like, man, we ain't talking that way. It's like they had to literally learn how to use ebonics.
Yeah, you got the food sites niggas. These little niggas, you see little niggas with these damn food sites masks going to a store. You wonder why niggas from the country, I'm like, what the niggas doing something? It's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? You niggas walk around with these fucking masks and shit. Like, yo, what do you expect somebody to do? You like, bro, you like to fucking rob the place. You got a fucking ski mask on, nigga. It's new thing now. Ski mask, niggas walk around with ski mask and shit. Like, what do you expect someone not to call police on your black ass? Like, come on, they're like, oh, hello, yeah, this mysterious man with a black mask who came to the fucking store. What the fuck wrong with you?
So it's the point is that you were created. Okay, you were created and made and told to act a certain way. Because when you go back to our people, when our people came out of when slavery was so-called over, when our people came out, you got Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, you got our people was flourishing. They wasn't talking nigga shit. They was doctors. They was lawyers. They were businessmen. Okay, they were making money. They created their own town. Okay. They wasn't smoking blunts. This some new nigga shit. This some new shit that our people are. They talk proper. They talk proper English. We didn't talk in ebonics. Okay, that's what they were saying. Like when our people came out of slavery, their conversation was a whole different type of way. They didn't come out of slavery talking nigga. No, man, they came out like, hey, look, let's build. Let's build. Judah was building together. Right. You had. That's how you got the boule. How you think you got the boule? Right. Those was jakes. They was just well-to-do jakes. Yeah. They was used to having a plenty. Yeah. Right. But they came through slavery with a lot. Yeah. You know.
And like I said, we got flavor too, but we ain't fucking no damn squares. We just saying how you niggas operate. It'd be weird, man.
You ain't nothing but the imagination of the so-called white man, man.
Yeah, cause nowadays, man, these young niggas, they be on some other shit, man. You can't fuck with every nigga wanna be a rapper, every nigga wanna be a dope dealer. Yeah. It's like weird, you know? Then you got these dumbass little black girls, they wanna trap. They want a trap nigga to be their man and shit like that. They want a nigga they want to take a gun and shit and post it like this. Is weird, bro. It's weird. It's like, bro, why everybody gotta be a thug nigga, man? This is fucking weird, bro.
It's that new shit.
It's that new shit, man.
All right, this Proverbs.
What was you just at?
Proverbs 3.
No, where you at, Jeremiah? What you at, Jeremiah?
No, it's Proverbs.
It's Proverbs? What you at, Jeremiah 10?
All right, this is Proverbs 1, starting in verse 16. For their feet run to evil and make haste.
Yeah, go back up to 14.
Cast. My son, walk not in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path.
14 right there.
Cast in thy lot among us, let us all have one purse. My son, walk not in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood.
Hey, that's Jake, and that's 2/3 too. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately it's Esau, right? We don't need to walk in the path of the evil. But also that's Jake. When you see all these, you know, nigga motions and all up in these rap videos and shit, you know, hey, walk not in that path, man. Go ahead.
Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privately in their own lives.
Blood, man. They lay wait privately, man. They want to kill each other. And when you look at our people, man, our people are hella filthy and wicked like that, man. Scheming on each other. And then behind them, they can't see it while they scheming on you. So-called white man sitting there watching, looking at them, scheming on them. Getting ready to put them down. See, he lurking behind the lurking. Go ahead.
I'm going to jump down to 20.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
And that's where we at. We chief place of concourse. We pushing out the wisdom of Yahweh Shemi outside. We out here in the streets. All this commercial going on. All these people all up and down the road. Go ahead.
In the openings of the gates. In the city.
Of the gates.
In the city she uttereth her words, saying,
in the city.
How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? Yep. And the scorners delight in their scorning.
Hey, and the simple ones is Israel. It's Jake, man. Jake is simple as hell, man. You know?
And fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge, man. And Jake, you the biggest fucking fool, man. What's that, is that Jeremiah 4:22? Or Isaiah 1:5? My people are foolish.
You know, cause Jake despises knowledge, man. Cause Jake despises truth.
Yep.
You know, Jake love that gutter hood, raunchy shit, man. You try to tell Jake, like, he said, "Third, I don't want to hear that shit, nigga. Nigga don't want to hear that, man. You know,
he want to hear about how to go smoke weed.
He want, like I said,
how to go rob a nigga, steal from another nigga. He trying to hear that. He trying to come up.
Niggas some other shit.
No. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Go back to yeah, it's okay. Go right back to the word.
Isaiah 13, verse 14. And it shall be as the chase road. The word chase means to impel, thrust, drive away, banish. To impel, to thrust away, banish. To be impelled, to be thrust out, be banished. Banish, outcast, to be driven away, thrust away, thrust aside, pull, to be thrust into, thrust, and row means beauty, glory, honor, beauty, permission, honor, roebuck, gazelle, perhaps an extinct animal, extant.
So a chase row, all right, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 13:14. And it shall be as a chase row, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man.
So hey, we are that chase row that no man taketh up. Our people is that people that are despised, that nobody want to be with. Like I said, we talked about it earlier. We talked about Ishmael. The Ishmaelite women here in America, they're told they are not allowed. Not allowed. And I remember, because matter of fact, when I went to school, I used to go to school with a bunch of parents. And the females, hey, some of them fine. And you know, she's like, hey man, what's up, mama? She's like, no, we can't go with people outside of our race. Okay? Why? Because their fathers will kill them. Send their asses back home to their old country. Beat the shit out of them and send their asses back to their own country, man. Send them back to their uncles. And their uncles take them and sell their asses off, man, somewhere, man. You know? Because see, they don't have no rights over there. See, Ishmaelite women, that's why they fight now. They don't have rights over there in that land, Iraq. They don't get them rights like that. You know, only over here in America, women got them kind of rights. If you go to China, women barely have rights. Okay? They don't play that shit. They'll send an Ishmaelite woman ass and put her straight to death if she marry another nation. Especially if she marry a so-called black woman. Okay?
Every man turn to his own people.
Every man will turn to his own people. Every man will turn to his own people. So you're not supposed to fuck with them fucking heathens, man. You're not supposed to fuck with them other nations. You're not supposed to be with these motherfuckers, man. You're supposed to be to your own people. Because they turn to their own people. They don't fuck with you. They don't want your women. How many nations over here that come over here and say, oh, let's hire everybody, let's get the so-called black woman. Don't nobody want our women. Don't nobody want the so-called black woman like that. These other nations ain't running from their fucking country coming over here. But it sure is the so-called black man running over to the Philippines. So-called black man running over to the Thailand. Even the so-called white man run over to Thailand. Going over to every other nation. Running from these American women. Whether be it they be black, so-called white. Running from their fucking ass. Running over to the other nation women. But what nation on this earth run over here to take the black woman?
They didn't want the nigga bitch.
Even the so-called white man here barely want a so-called black woman. He'll run over to fucking Thailand and go take the Chinese women. He go run over to fucking the Philippines. He'll go to the Cambodia. He'll go everywhere else, to every other country. He'll go over to East India. He'll go get him an Elamite woman. He'll go get another nation woman. If the so-called white man don't want his red ass woman, he'll leave America. He won't get that so-called nigger woman. He ain't gonna come get her. It's only very few. The majority of them, they'll go over to fucking China. They'll go to Japan. They'll go get a heathen woman. They'll go get another woman from another nation. They will not deal with a woman here in America, man. And especially the black woman.
Yeah, who's the most single? Who's the most single woman?
It's a so-called black woman. She the most single, divorced woman on this earth. So if he don't want to deal, so-called white man don't want to deal, he's the power of this earth. He don't want to deal with his women, and he'll rather go and deal with their women. Who's running over here getting these women?
Nobody.
What heathen is running over here to get a so-called white woman? What nation runs from their country to get here to take a so-called white or a so-called black woman? Who? But I bet you the so-called black man, the so-called white man, they show running over to the other nations. And they show grabbing up all them heathen women. They don't want nobody here, man. Yeah. They don't want this shit here. And that's what these women, they can't see, they're falling. Because they why? Look at them. Fucking manly. They're fucking, you want to slap them up. It's fucking hate for them, man. You know? Yeah. But for that part, but that's why I'm going to go ahead and go back. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What just happened? Go ahead.
No one has a right to say.
Yeah, you can't say nothing to him. You can't say, oh, hey, baby, you beautiful. What? Oh, my God. Call the police. Oh, you're sexist. Oh, he's attacking me. What they call that shit? What's that shit that you tell us, damn, baby, you got a fat ass. Oh, that's sexual harassment. Oh, call the police. He sexual harassed me. He told me I got a fat ass. Oh, he said I'm pretty.
Or you a baby, you too young. Actually, you 21. Oh, you a baby.
You can't say nothing to these bitches.
You ain't been nowhere.
You can't say nothing to these bitches. They want to walk around with their head up their ass.
Hey, bitch, you been everywhere.
But you a man, you go over to the fucking Philippines and you tell a Filipino woman, hey, damn, baby, you're pretty as hell. She's like, I thank you. You know, that's what the so-called white man see. And they call the police on the so-called white man. What they do? And the so-called white, he said he wanted me to suck his dick. Well, bitch, what you think we want from? What's your purpose? You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, what do a man and a woman do when they get together? What you think you got that badass banging body for? So bring it here and give it to me, because it's what it's for. Right? Police.
Yeah, no, it ain't look at
right?
I ain't trying to talk to you.
Right. You can't look at them, they be working out. Like they put a meme up on you. Look at, he's so hungry. He's so, what they call it? He's so thirsty. Oh, look how thirsty he is. Oh, I'm over here working out my big titties and booty. And he looked at me, oh my God, he's so thirsty. Look at him. He's so, bitch, what you think I'm supposed to do? I'm gonna look at your fucking ass. You can't deal with American women, man. Because everything is call the police. He said hi, call the police. He just put his hand out, call the police. They don't want your fucking asses. So all the other nation men, when they come see you, they're like, oh, we don't want you. You're gonna put us in jail. You're gonna put us in prison. So we'll go to the other nation where the women they invite us in. They want us to say they got a fat booty. They sit there and try to shake it and we have a little ass booty. You know, they want to show you how much a submissive woman they can be for you. They want to rub your fucking feet.
Yeah, well,
they want to give you head. They want to do whatever you want them to do. They want to do it for you.
Well, like here in America, if you're a regular man, you ain't getting no DM.
You ain't getting shit.
You ain't getting no shots at you. You gotta shoot all your shots at her. And then like a chick that big dude, she won't even fucking acknowledge you. She'll be like, if you walk right past you.
It's like that one bitch that was on
What was that smell?
Somebody's home. Well, it was like that one bitch, she was on she had this thing on online. She was driving in her car, she pulled up at a red light, and there was a brother pulled up next to her in a Charger or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
She like, oh damn, he fine. So she let him go, and she rolled behind him. She followed him. She's like, oh, I'm gonna get his number. He pulled up in the post office. She pulled up at the post office. She rolled down her window. He looked at her. He said, oh, damn, baby, you look good. She was like, yeah, boom. He said something. She was like, damn, what you thirsty? Like, bitch, you followed him. Bitch, you was stalking him. And then she said she got a straight attitude what to do. Like, who the fuck want that, man? That's not pleasing. That's not something somebody wants. Go get your fucking dildo, go lay in the house, bitch, and die with it. Because that's what's going to happen, man. Bruh. said it. That nigga gonna kill himself. I said it. That's the spirit. It's on camera. That's the spirit. I said it. He's gonna kill himself. I said it. I said that nigga gonna. I said it. It's on camera. It's on camera. Yup. Yup. It's on camera. It's on camera. I said it. Nigga gonna kill himself, but he came over here going too fast. This shit is slippery. I said it. But see, that's the people. But that's the people in the world. They're foolish. That's the foolishness of this world. And in this world ain't nothing but death. We fucked him and his boy shit up. Trying to be cool, trying to be smooth. You know? Almost his head. No, his head hit the shit. He had that helmet. His head hit that shit. You know?
What's up with it?
Said it, bro.
Yeah, it's 2:20.
Hey, it's getting hot, bro.
Yeah,
you know, it's that time. The fool. Hey, summertime about to hit.
Yeah.
You know, everybody gonna get foolish, do dumb shit. You see this shit slippery as fuck. Going that motherfucker's ass on the bikes, bro. That's you just.
They was doing about like what, 60, 75?
Bro, you just asked him, bro. I seen it when I said he gon'. I said he gon'. As soon as he got the bitch, it shook. That's it. Hit that water. That's it, man. That's it, bro. You gotta be smarter than that, you know. But hey, man, that goes show you what this world done turned into, man. All that being cool shit, hey, that shit is for the birds, man. You know, all that wanting to show off, that's what show off get you. When you want to show off, and you go down here, you do some dumb shit, and there you go, you're tearing your shit up. You know?
I thought that shit got ran on.
Yeah, I was trying to say, I mean, he had that helmet on.
Yeah, no, nigga was dead.
Yeah, hell yeah. He gonna fuck himself up, man. Going too fast over that shit. That shit's metal grade, man. That shit's slippery as fuck. Fucked him and his boy shit up, man. You know? Stupid, man. You know, slow the fuck down, man. Use your brain, common sense, man. Hey, that's what the spirit, hey, that's why we do what we do, man. In the spirit, man. This is why we use wisdom, right? Wisdom say you need to, when you need to calm your ass down, you need to calm your ass down. When you need to slow down, you need to slow the fuck down. Use wisdom sometimes. Use your brain. Trying to be cool, rev your engine, and then what happens? You bust your ass, and you almost lose your life. You know? Then the world, you don't use wisdom, man. Back to the scripture.
Isaiah 13:14. And it shall be.
Hey, I said it, bro. Almost on live, bro. Hey, I called you, though. I said he about to. I called you. I said, oh, he about to. I see that ass. I said, oh, there you go. Go ahead,
And it shall be as the chaste road and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee every one into his own land.
Hey, that's right, because when the coming calamity comes to America, when this coming death and destruction comes to this land, every man is going to pick up and take it to his own people. And that going to show you that the scriptures is right, that there's a separation of the people. That the people in the land are to be a separate people. Because when the shit hits the fan, every man going to pick up and take on to his own people, man. They going to leave America. So all them Chinese, all them Japanese, all them Israelites, they going to run back to their own country. But Esau, where you going to go? You ain't got nowhere to go. You ain't got no country because you never had one. See? Jake, where you gonna go? You stuck with Esau Edom because you conjoined unto them. You joined and meshed unto them. So now you stuck with them. So now you gotta sit here in this land and you gonna take on the destruction of the people that you don't, what's that? Don't hand joined in hand. There should be no rest for the wicked. No, you know what I mean? So no matter what, you're gonna have to pay that price. You joined into the so-called white man, you're gonna have to pay the price that he got to pay in this country. But the heathen nations, they got a country. The Chinese, it's not their country. They got China. The Arabs, they gonna run, they gonna flee America. And they gonna go back to Iraq. They gonna go back to Afghanistan, Iran. Because when the shit hits the fan, all the other nations is gonna get the fuck out of here. Because they got somewhere to go. But where you gonna go? You gonna go nowhere. You gonna be here and be judged. And be judged. That's why the Lord said, separate. Separate. Or you gonna have to take upon their judgment. that was it? That's it. Did you have something? What time? Wow. No. Yeah.
This is Luke 17:24. For as the light that lighted,
Give me Luke 10 to 18. Go ahead.
for as the light that lightened out of that lightened out of the one part under heaven, shining unto the other part under heaven, so shall also the Son of Man be in his day. But first must he suffer many things and be rejected of this generation.
And that's what, hey, have we not been rejected with Yahweh Shah? Have we not suffered many things with Yahweh Shah? Okay, go ahead.
And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the Son of
Hey,
Man.
are we not in the days of Noah? Are we not in Noah's time? Right here, right now, today? It's not everybody on the earth living married, having fun, amalgamating with each other. Life is good, life is grand. Even though you can see inflation is high as fuck, it's rising, high as shit, wars is everywhere, right? Unruly, unrest is everywhere. Spiritual weakness has just flourished through the earth. Go ahead.
They did eat, they drank, they buried.
Do they not eat, drink, and marry wives? Are they not engaging in lustful fun? Go ahead.
They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the
So
ark.
until the day that Yahweh Shai returned, they're going to be given in marriage. Okay? Until the day of destruction, everybody's going to be living life like it's all good. That's why the Lord come as a thief in the night. Because nobody's going to know, nobody's going to see, because everybody's doing their own thing, living that good life. You know? Go ahead.
And the flood came and destroyed them all.
And what's the flood when it comes? It's going to be the nuclear missiles. The new flood is going to be the missiles. And it's going to do what? Take everybody away. It's going to start to do what? Purify the earth. Right? The earth is going to start being purified when the nuclear missiles hit over here in America. Okay? Because they already said China got a space force. Okay? Nobody really understood what the fuck China was doing. China got these balloons that they're duality balloons. They can spy, right? And the other things about these balloons is that they can hold different type of payloads, right? They can hold nuclear missiles, they can hold EMPs, they can hold regular missiles, right? So they can do a range of these with these spy balloons. And what makes it so bad is that they fly so high in the altitude that the planes, they can't get up that high to shoot them down. So that makes it more hard to deal with. They can fly out of the atmosphere, and they can still fly down on America and all over the earth. So China got these, they said 100,000 of balloons that they ready to push out in time of war, so they can map out. Basically, the balloons is gonna be mapping the land out, mapping out where all the Army, the forces are, the American forces are. Then they're going to also have EMPs, nuclear devices. Some going to drop bombs, and some going to be mapping out the area so they can know where the where American missile silos are, so they know where to drop the missiles at. So China already got it mapped out. America's fucked, and they can't do nothing about the balloons because they can't shoot them down. They don't know how to shoot them down because they can't get up to that altitude. Only thing they can use is the ICBM missile, and that's millions of dollars per missile. So this shit is a powder keg, and it's designed to be put to death. The imminent end of America is coming. The empire of America is to fall. Rome is gonna fall. This is Rome, and it's falling. Okay.
Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven to destroy them all.
The fire and brimstone fire and brimstone that's going to be rained from heaven. It's going to be those nuclear missiles that's going to come down out of China's sky balloons, right? That America can't shoot down. That so far up in the atmosphere that a plane can't do nothing with them. So that's going to bring death and destruction. The ICBM missiles that's going to be shot from North Korea, that's going to bring death and destruction. Okay? So this America is going to fall. The empire gotta burn. Go ahead.
Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed.
Hey, just like in the time of Noah, when the people was wicked, people was doing the wickedness, the Lord took them all away with a flood. Everybody was killed off by a flood. And this new flood of the wickedness of the world is going to be by fire. Go ahead.
In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember,
because there ain't gonna be nothing to come back to. There ain't gonna be no more good old USA. There ain't gonna be nothing for nobody to come back home. There ain't gonna be no home. There ain't gonna be no more Nashville, Tennessee, up and down, enjoying life. This shit is gonna be burnt up. It's gonna be rubble. It's gonna look like Turkey. It's gonna look like Syria. Okay? It's gonna look like Beirut. It's gonna look like a third world country. Go ahead.
Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. Whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
That's it on that. Go ahead. Go to Luke 10 right there.
Luke 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven.
That's right. Hey, and who is that Satan that is talking about? He's talking about Esau, man. America's warships. Satan is gonna be falling from heaven. He didn't fall yet, because he ain't had that war yet. Read that again.
And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Right.
Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions.
That's it. So when Satan is fighting them other nations, when Esau Edom is fighting with China, when Esau Edom is fighting with Iran, when Esau Edom is fighting with North Korea, okay, you're gonna see Satan falling from heaven. And when you look up, this is the heaven. You're gonna see Satan falling from heaven. You're gonna see his power coming down. What verse was you just at? 18. All right, give me I got some scriptures right here. Give me Romans 15 and 4, 6. Somebody grab Isaiah 47 and 34. We're gonna close out. Hey, somebody give me Proverbs 16 and 18.
Romans 15 and 4. But whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So all this that was written in the scriptures was written for us to understand and learn, man. So we don't get caught in that trap. Stay away from the heat. So Isaiah 47. Stay away from the heat. Okay? Stop conjoining, because you gotta take on their whatever destruction comes to them, you join in them, you gotta take it, right? You gonna eat up their wrath. You gonna eat the wrath of the Lord because you joined in unto them. You in their military, you gonna die with them. Okay? You gonna be put to death with them. Hey, they used to tell the Vietnam War, they was telling all the so-called black soldiers, you know what they was telling them? They was like, man, why y'all fighting us? They was like, what? They was like, why y'all over here fighting us? They was like, we're fighting the people that put y'all in slavery. They was like, why y'all fighting with them? Why y'all fighting us? And you know what Jake started doing? Jake would go AWOL. Jake was saying, fuck this, man. They started going AWOL, going to the clubs, having babies. They started fucking their women, marrying their women and shit. A lot of soldiers, they was cool with the fucking soldiers, man. They was able to go into where the Vietnamese would be at, having their women, man, up in there partying with them and shit, man. They was like, why are we fighting each other? Like, y'all didn't do nothing to us. And it was like, yeah, you know, you're right. You know, so that kind of, you know, you got to understand that kind of thing. Like, it made no sense for Jake to be over there fighting them people. Esau is Esau. Esau Edom is fighting whoever. That's what they do. But they was like, why y'all over here? Y'all got y'all over there in slavery, but yet y'all over here fighting us for them fuckers that got y'all in fucking slavery. What the fuck wrong with y'all?
For whatsoever things are written aforetime are written for our learning.
That's right, so learn. Go ahead.
That we do patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That's right, and our hope is what? Salvation, man. We got hope that we're gonna be saved, that we are of the, that's why it's called what? We're the hopeful elect. We're hoping that we be saved from the coming woes and calamities, the destruction, the death. Well, we're already in World War III. If you don't know it, it's just it didn't hit here yet. But we in World War III. World War III is already here. It's already been started. It's just over in the east, up in Russia. It's already started. Go ahead.
Now the Most High patience and consolation grant you to be like-minded one towards another according to Mashiach Yahushua. That ye may with one mind and one mouth glorify the Most High, even the Father our Lord Yahushua.
And that's what we doing right here, right now. We are of one mind and one mouth. Right now is my mouth. One mouth. When that brother teaching is his mouth. We are one mind, one mouth, praising Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right? Begging to be saved. You know? All right, brother. All right, take care now. All right, Shalom. Hey, same back channel, same back time. All right? All right, Shalom. Go ahead. That was it on that? Go ahead. 47, 34. 4. I'm sorry, 4.
This is Isaiah 47:4. As for our Redeemer,
No, 3. Start at 3.
this is verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's right. So when Yahweh Shai return, the Lord is not going to meet these heathen nations, chiefly Esau, Edom. They're not going to be met as a man. Like we read before, the Lord is coming to cut asunder, to separate the people, to separate these nations, to separate Jacob from Esau, Edom. Okay? Go ahead.
As for our Redeemer, Yahweh of armies is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
That's right.
Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the child.
Lord of armies, man. The Lord is the Lord of military. The Lord is not the Lord of love. He's the Lord of might, murder, power. He'll put you to death when he feels. The Lord is a powerful, terrible power. What is terrible? Hey, terrible is when you ride a motorcycle and you're about to kill yourself. And you fall and you bust your head. That's fucking terrible. That's the Lord, an angel tripping your ass. Okay? Go ahead.
But thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
Right, hey, so America is the lady of delicacy. This is not going to be a place of beauty. And you look around, it's a shithole. You smell funky, filthy, nasty shit. You got bums all over the place. People are broke down, busted, and disgusted. It fucking stinks. You go to New York, you got trash piled up every fucking where. Rats all over the fucking place. Alright, big fucking house rats. I mean really big fucking rats. All over the fucking place, man. You go out to Vegas. You go out to Vegas, right? You go down to Vegas Strip. Oh man, that shit's awesome. It's cool. You got lights flaring everywhere. But you go goddamn across that goddamn street and you see a bunch of fucking bums. You smell a bunch of piss and shit. Okay? But you go to that one strip. Remember that shit up? You been at one strip and it's fucking beautiful, man. But the minute you leave that strip, it's a bunch of fucking shit.
Therefore hear now this, that thou art given to pleasures, that dwellest careless, that say in thy mind, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Hey, that's right. America don't think they're gonna know loss of children. So-called white man in his pride, he don't see himself coming down. He can't see what China's doing and getting ready to do to his ass. He can't see Because the people, well, let me correct that. The average, everyday, so-called white man can't see. Joe Byron, he knows it. All them Edomites in high places, they know your government, they know what's about to happen. But they don't want to tell the people because it'll cause which was the word I'm looking for? Chaos. Everybody will be going nuts. If we knew what they fucking know was about to happen, because they all know what's about to happen. China's getting ready for a reason. Russia's doing what they doing for a reason. But they're keeping the people asleep. Keep them asleep. Keep them doing their life. Working like a dog. Paying their bills. Smoking their drugs. Doing all that filthy business. Robbing, stealing. Because they don't want the chaos. Because if we knew, but if the masses of the people knew what was coming, everybody would nut the fuck up. It'd be anarchy. Because they know it's over. They know that it's done. Go ahead.
Thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said none.
Right, you trusted in your government. You trusted that everything gonna be all right. Go ahead.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge they have converted me. Thou hast said in thy mind, I am, and none else beside.
So your government is lied to you. They told you that you are more than what you are. They told you that they control more than what they really control. Okay? Your system is lies. Give me Proverbs. We're gonna close out on Proverbs 16.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction and haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
So Esau Edom's pride is coming down. So you're destroyed. Your pride is your destruction. Because when you're so prideful, you can't see when your intimate demise is there. Okay? You can't see that your country could not shoot down a fucking balloon. And the only reason why they was able to shoot that balloon down when they finally did is because it dropped down into the atmosphere low enough for them to do it. If that balloon had stayed up in it where it's supposed to be, you would have never been able to shoot it down. That balloon would have still been spying on America. It has still been doing what it was meant to do. The only reason why you was able to get it is because it came down low enough for you to deal with it.
Tell him.
That's right.
He that handleth a matter wisely shall find good, and whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he.
That's right, hey, happy is us. Because we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. No matter what death and destruction coming to this earth, no matter what calamities is coming, we trust in our power that He gonna save us in our time of calamity, and that's what we ride on. So hey, with that said, and some of these heathen women, will get saved up. With the ones that are virgins, we gonna take those ones. You will get saving if you are right. So you know, only the ones that's right. If you ain't been touched, but most of them been touched, so you probably is. But hey, with that said, hey, we YSO. I want to say, call Lord Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, and Kakadash. Double honor, sponsor, elders, great millstone, Booties, well, peace, citation, all you occupy corners on earth, above the ball.